Perfect. Just getting yourself settled. A mat or a chair, a blanket, a strap, or something you can use as a strap, which could be a towel or a scarf. Taking the last few moments to settle your pets, your people, and Bianca is rolling out her mat in the forest next to her, full of crayons and good things. I know that many have sent beautiful pictures of pets, that my cats are in another room because they get so interested in what we're doing. And just a moment on home practice, that I think one of the benefits of being in the studio is it is a place apart, right? And we can go and we can be in this setting. And the thing is that our practice has come to exist in the studio more than at home for some of us. And really it exists in us everywhere we go. And that's the beauty of it, is how portable it is. And bringing it into your home and rearranging your home around a mat coming out, space in your room, a way to see the instruction you want, all of that rearrangement, that redesigning of your space and your timing is a part of the practice, is a part of the influence of this, that we're saying that this is a priority. And at the same time, we are acknowledging that we're at home. I can't tell you how many downward facing dogs I've done where a small Lego car was driven up over the top and driven down the bottoms of my legs, or how many times the cat fell asleep on my belly as I was in Shavasana, or how many times I got halfway through something and had to stop. So this is not the same type of sanctuary that the studio was. However, the sanctuary you are creating internally with this work is influencing your home environment so much more directly. So much more directly. So if you can only do 10 minutes, show up for 10 minutes. And if those 10 minutes are at the beginning, the middle, or the end, you show up and it's fantastic. And I will be here and we'll do it again tomorrow. You don't even have to track down the replay. I want this to feel abundant. I want this to feel like it's right there. We don't have to chase it. We can put it in the day exactly where we want it, and we can use as much or as little of it as we choose any given day. This is yours. Imagine the freedom and the ease of that. Put it in your body. Let the pets come on. Let your people color. If they color on your mat, all the better. 15 years from now, that's going to be priceless. Bring it all in. Put it together. We start here. Halfway through the month, Monday, all in. Palms together, sitting tall. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo, I bow to everything outside of me. Everything in my home and environment that wants to be a part of this incredible work, bring it on. Gurudev Namo. I bow to everything inside of me that holds it all together. I am abundant and I am free. 3 times with me, inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists, shake it out. Bring it on. Let's begin. Your playlist starts at East London Street. Right? Begin to move right from there. Standing tall, moving anything you've got out of the way. And hands on your hips, begin to sweep your feet from side to side. Sweeping it out. Letting any gathered sort of the sense of ruffled feathers shake out through your feet, out through your hands. And starting with that leaving you, that you come upright. The crown of your head is moving least of all. And then in that stillness, set your gaze and let your heels move easily and fully. Just open and close the hinge of your hips. Each lift of your heel is an exhale. You're sending the breath out of your body. Stand tall, hands wide. Soft knees, right hand towards your left foot, folded. Inhale, upward. Left hand to your right foot. Inhale, upward. And exhale, fold. Inhale up. Let your breath get bigger, more complete. Close your eyes. Let the inhale match the exhale. Let the front match the back. As though you were creating the creases in a piece of origami paper to use later. 3, and 2, and 1. Right elbow to the left knee. And repeat. To exhale. To exhale. Gaze on one point. Two. Change. Left elbow, right knee. Be balanced. Be steady. For 2, and for 1. Shake it out. Feet flat, hands on hips. Heel to the floor. Draw your right knee up. Sweep it wide, and the tip of your right toe to the floor back. And then up, and the tip of your heel down. Breathe up. And around, and the tip of your toe, and your heart is high. Keep your hips square as you can. Set it down. You're getting stronger. One more time, sweeping around, tip of the toe, heart up. Keep it all, just bring your heel back down. And change. Left heel down. Knee up, around, tip of the toe. Rinse out the circularity of that joint. And all too often, it gets so sticky, especially as we age. Bring it up, bring it around to the toe. So we keep the joint healthy, moving through it. Feet down, shake it out. Add your strap. So your strap goes behind you. And you hold it about hip distance apart. Feet a little wider than your hips. So that when you sit your seat back, knees are bent. Your hands are back. Let your ribs fold down, let your head fall, hips up, hands softly overhead. Then we come out, hands down, sit down, exhale, heart up, stand up, inhale. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, fold over. Exhale, sit it down a little further. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, sit all the way down. Inhale, fold over. And exhale, sit down. And inhale, sit up tall. One more time, sit down. Fold over, hands are overhead.
And a little bit side to side. A little bit side to side. Let your head release, turn your chin side to side. From your heels to your toes become long, and let that open the backs of your knees and the front of your chest. And your hands come down, and your seat comes down, and you come to lie down on your back. Perfect. With your knees bent, hands wide, extend your right leg long, and then step it out to the right one step, so it's about 30 degrees, up into the center, and then out and down. Inhale up, exhale down. So inhale and exhale. And right there, close your eyes. If you need to, you have a bend in your right knee. If you can, you're flexing the foot, you're drawing your heel up and down. So you're starting to lengthen out from the hip to the heel to the toes. 3. Good, good, good. You're rinsing the low abdomen and lengthening the low back. And then bring it all the way in. Right knee to your chest. Interlace your fingers. Bring it close. And bring your breath deeper down into your belly. Keep hold of your right shin. Left leg long. Toes draw back. Opening the left hip. The back of the left knee. And flex your feet, then roll your ankles, opening and closing your toes. Feel that all the way through your legs. And then pause, feet flexed and strong. And bring your left knee back in, left foot flat. Half happy baby on the right knee, so holding behind your thigh or the outer shin, your outer ankle, your outer foot, and draw your right knee down. And the left hand on the left side, press away. On your exhalation, feel a quality of rinse. As your left foot becomes heavy, your right knee becomes heavy, and the pelvis and the hips are rinsed right through the middle. And releasing your right foot down, shake it out, ankle, knee, hip, and change. So hands wide, left foot straight out, a step to the left to 30 degrees open, and then up into the center. So your left heel is going out to this funny little angle, not directly straight. And as we do, we begin to open into the possibilities of the hip. And your left heel may turn in a little bit as the heel rotates up and in. And we're building the crease of our seat right here, so that when we sit cross-legged, we've warmed that fold at the hip. And it's not straight ahead, or we would be kneeling when we sit. Instead, the knees open wide. And so we're preparing for that right here. Perfect. Draw your left knee in, interlace your fingers over your shin, keep it close, and soften your breath down into your belly. Extend your right leg out, and then roll your ankles, roll your toes. And stay. Press into both heels. Open from the right heel to the right toes. And let that opening through your foot open the back of your right knee. Let the opening of the back of your right knee open the front of your right hip. That line of opening the foot, the knee, and the hip is what we'll do this Saturday. So our vinyasa will really make that clear. And the right knee bends, foot flat. And half happy baby means left hand behind the left thigh, outer shin, outer ankle, or outer foot. Bring your left knee down. Right hand on your right thigh, press away and be heavy in your right foot. And the left knee down beside you. Getting your left heel over your left knee as much as possible. 7. Let it out, left leg long. Shake out your foot side to side, your knee up and down, release your hip. Turn both knees in, roll yourself all the way up. Sit on the edge of your blanket and widen your heels out to the side.
So that you can sweep from side to side. One of the benefits of doing the same practice day after day is that each of these gestures becomes a marker. You know, I've been working down into the pelvis, trying to heal some very old history. Didn't even realize how thick it had become. And then when I come into something simple like this that I'm familiar with, I can feel that there's a change. So doing something day after day, it becomes familiar to us, and we can see the unfamiliar in other things through the familiarity of the practice. There's such a benefit to routine, to repetition. Sitting up tall, put your fingertips just inside your thighs and bring your heart forward and your tail back and your toes up. If that means your knees are bent up high, that's fantastic. Draw your heart forward, try not to round. Seat down and back, chest broad. You're just making your way forward. You're finding length from the groin all the way to your inner heel. Wag the tail. Bring it all the way up. And as you bring your legs to a cross-legged seat, check your Spotify playlist and we'll all press start. Start at antidote right now. Took us a little bit over, but start on antidote because that way we're all together. Good morning, my loves. Good morning. Wonderful. Left hand behind your head. The kriya begins here. Right hand wide. Palm, the thumb into your palm, right fingers over the thumb. Elbows soft and reverse. Now, it's wonderful. I love how you are writing to me and telling me how it's going. I really appreciate this. You can always reach me through the website. We'll always pop that email into mine, to marthamcalpin.com. But I see in those that it can be difficult to go all the way through this sequence. And if that's the case, soften it. Keep the elbows bent everywhere. And as you feel yourself making progress and staying all the way through each 2 or 3 minute segment, then begin to explore and straighten the arm, but find your pace, find your size. So much more right now in this time of quarantine and staying home. So much more is actually in our control than we realize. Your timing, your pacing, your meals. I'm still doing candles every night instead of lights. Things have become very different because I'm in charge of them. I'm not in such a hurry. Close your eyes. Find that reverse circle. Settle. Make it yours. Two. Quietly. Right hand behind your head. Left thumb to the palm. Left fingers over the thumb. Elbow descends. Reverse circle. I was noticing in the month before we left the studio. Reverse circle, find it. Maybe yours is straight, maybe yours is bent. Close your eyes, find it. Big steady breath. Very often it was all women, or it was one man in a room of 20 men. God bless the man for showing up, for knowing that this is such a sweet source. But I imagine the same is similar now. Whoever we are who have shown up, we have an opportunity to take a very strong practice and turn that strength into a very powerful calm and radiance. The sequence of victory here asks us to be both organized and emphatic and wildly devoted. It has so much to give us. Nourishment comes in feminine energy. Organization comes in masculine energy. Reassemble the selves that are within you and be both. Wildly organized. And brilliantly calm. Long, deep breath. 3, 2. 2 hands high, bring it up. Chin up, 3 more sips. Heart up, chin in, stay firm, clear, bright, tall. Shake it up and let it down. Sing tall. We organize our schedules so that we can truly enjoy what's in our schedule. We organize our body so we can enjoy what's going on in it. Palms face you. Slide down in front of the body and sweep away. So once we've built the shape, this is it. This is the gesture. And within that gesture, there is total freedom. Close your eyes, deepen your breathing, and let yourself move. Make it tiny and perfect, and no one will know. Make it enormous and riotous, and no one will know. Let it keep changing, but this is the structure that can be large or small, thick or thin, but entirely yours. This is how we get to know ourselves, is keep adjusting, keep listening. Over time, it will even out, but don't force it. We have time, plenty. Warm the shoulder. And if you just notice, if you just let yourself move in here, you'll feel that every circle is a little bit different. They're all a little wacky when they start out. The angle of one shoulder socket's a little different from the other shoulder socket, and yet this movement is slowly creating symmetry. Again, integrating the asymmetry back into one fluid movement. Three, 2, 1. Hands up high. 3 more sips and go. Heart up, chin in. Lift the pelvic floor. As though you were gathering your knees a little closer. Lifting the pelvic floor. So you're interrupting your stream of urine. Rising up. Release the pelvis. Release the chin. Release your arms and hands. Next week we won't put the hands down. Elbows are bent. This is where you start. Flex of the wrists. Everybody start here and find the calm. How did it get so easy? Right? Establish that effortlessness in your system. Your nervous system is just thrilled and quiet. So I can do it. Exhale, exhale, add the breath, exhale, only the wrists. Now, keeping that calm, keeping that breath, keeping the eyes closed, begin to extend your arms straight out to the side, little inch at a time, half inch at a time. And the goal is not to disturb the calm, the effortlessness, the ease. When you need to, you bring it back a half inch. We learn that we can stay easy and effortless even as our circumstances amp up around us. Start easy and build the ease and plug it in. And plug it in and become this radiant ease. Now you are a magnet. Everything else that is easy, everything else that is joyous, everything else that is radiant, that's what starts to know you and come closer. And we stay. We stay without becoming static. We stay in that calm. You can become ecstatic, very different. Opening, effortless, effortless, effortless. 3. Heart up, chin in, back of the neck is long. 2. Hands up high. Chin up, 3 sips. Heart up, pelvic floor rising. Stay. Releasing. Shake it down. Shake it down. Eyes closed, eyes closed, eyes closed. Let your hands land naturally, floating where they will. And then when nothing is charging our contexts, we are simply brilliant. Without obstacle, we are absolutely, resoundingly right. This is the Satnam. This is the self that is within the self. This is the mystery inside the practice. Let it go. Stand up tall. Keep going. Shake out your feet. Shake your seat out of your legs. Your hands go wide. Again, elbows bent. Start here. One side, the other side. One side, the other side. Keeping your hands wide as you need to. The elbows stay bent. Find the calm. Close your eyes. Become more familiar with that center point of calm. Let it become swift and light. So we moved from the wrists now into the elbows. You may work here or begin, explore, find arms, shoulders instead of elbows. But the body doesn't move, right? The torso and the abdomen stay steady. The spine is still. Inhale, exhale, in out through the nose. Build the calm. Close your eyes, plug it in. Can you keep it calm? Can you keep the shoulders easy? If you need to, a little bend to the elbows. Or as you can, really with the mind, lengthen the back of the neck. Put the work into your feet. Like a lightning rod, it drains out and down. And the arms are loose and steady, quick and light. In, out, in, out. This victory is not about succeeding each day. It's about a greater and greater understanding of how to maintain effortless composure. Day after day, it changes. We may repeat the outer movement, but the inside of you is different every day, and there is progress through this divine passage of time. 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Shake it down. Shake it down. Palms face forward. Pause. Hands on body. Build your seat. All of that calm, right? And we generated the light of the calm with the movement. And now we generate light with stillness. Palms open. Elbows bent. This may be your most beautiful work. Find the steady, easy center. Shoulders soft, back of the neck is long. If it's too much here, put your hands down and open. And widen, and widen, and widen. Your breathing becomes steady. And we are completely attuned to the brilliant calm in the center. Open the eyes of your elbows. Open the crease of your wrist. Unfold the knuckles of your hand, finger, little at a time. The way a fern opens. Seat down, the heart up, the back of the neck along. Keep opening, unfolding. Wrinkles and folds and pleats. Hold and bind energy. Here we let it through. Feel how much intensity it may invite. Stay calm. Let your calm become brilliant. We can still smile. We can still hear. Elbows bent. Hands come down. Palms down, eyes closed, sit tall. Let it through you. Let it finish. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There's nowhere to go yet. Let it out of you. Let it through you. Let it beyond you. Until your system is yours again. Shake it out. Make fists. Reach up. Point your first finger up, and then a fist. And then a middle finger, and a fist. And a ring finger, and a fist. And a pinky, and a fist. First, middle, ring, and pinky. First, middle, and ring, and pinky. First, reach. Each one is firming the arms and firming the shoulders, firming the fingers. Go! You're making clarity right up to your fingertips one more time, all the way through. Ring, pinky, and shake it down. So good. Come lie down on your belly. Come lie down on your belly. And if you choose, unfolding your blanket twice will give you padding for your hips and for your chest. And as you lie down, walk your thighs back, palms down right beside your ribs, elbows back. Firm your legs, float your feet, and then inhale, open the feet apart. Exhale, they come together. Inhale, opening, and exhale together. Find a rhythm and find your breath. When your feet are apart, make them straighter. When your feet are apart, from your hip to your tiptoes, get straight. And then bring them together. And as you bring your feet together, bring your elbows towards each other and back towards your heels. Chest is broadening, back body is strengthening to open and to close, to open and to close. One more time. Put your feet flat and your hands lift your heart. And whisper a ha. Hips are on the floor, toes are back. Keep that breath, but close your mouth and out the nose. Same breath, no change. Roll it down. Roll it up. Rolling down into the tips of your toes. Keep your legs active. And from the tips of your toes, roll yourself up. Rolling up will stay a beat. Back of your neck is long, legs are long, keep the breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And roll the navel longer and down. Cross your forearms, put your forehead down and let your hips move side to side. Bending your knees, let your feet wash side to side. And then feet down, walking your hands back. Rise up, look at your knees and bring your inner knees together, touching. Bring your inner feet together. And as you bring your ribs to your thighs and your fingers walk forward, find that child and drop your head. Your fingertips press down and away. Your breath is big into the middle of your back. Bring it up. Take the back of your blanket to the front of your blanket and fold it again. Sit right in the middle. Legs crossed, heart high. Pausing tongue. Heart up. Spine long. Chin lightly in. Sitali breath means that we bring our tongue halfway out, roll it into a tube, breathe in through the tube and out through your nose. In the tongue, out the nose. If you can't roll your tongue, you put the tip of your tongue right behind where the front teeth meet the roof of your mouth and breathe through your cheeks. In through the mouth, out the nose. Eyes closed, continue that pattern. Smoothing out your breathing. Micro movements through your body. So the tiniest arch of your back sits your seat down. The tiniest arch of your back, the heart rises, widens, chin tucks in. Whereas the start of the practice built our intensity, this is building our quiet. Let it all the way through. If this is really challenging, open your eyes. Stay with me. Good one. Breath at a time. Don't go anywhere. Just a breath at a time. Breath at a time. Stay with me. Building your familiarity with stillness. And let it go. Your legs out long. Shake out your feet side to side. Rebuild your seat. Legs crossed. Heels into your knees. Hands on thighs. Just start to find the circle. Inhale across the front. Exhale across the back. Close your eyes. Make your way into your body. Let the movement up through your ribs, your chest. And then reversing. We just show up day after day. In the showing up, that's our only work. And then we let the movements of the practice just take over. There's so much less that we need to do in this moment right here. We just let this movement through us. Let it rearrange us. The less we do, the more the posture can do. Right? So all we gotta do is show up. 2. So good. Thank you. Awesome. Your hands make that little hook. Little forward circles. And those little forward circles through the shoulders, through the elbows, but the wrists stay still. Right, so we're moving through the joints. We're dispelling the energy bound in the joints. You feel how we went at the wrists, we went at the elbows, we opened the chest, now we're getting through the shoulders. And how it changes, like you are excavating here. That energy has information, it has memory lodged in it. Information needs to flow to be worthwhile. And when it stops and when it gets stuck, it gets old and it is not useful. We're always learning, so let it through you. All of these points of flexion need to shift. Breathe circles. All the points of you that become stagnant because you've been home and you've lost your routine, I want you to flush that out of you so you can find new movement today, this week. Take control of what you can and enjoy it. What can you find that's actually a blessing here? Not in a trite way, but like I stood up and ate way too many meals. And now we sit down every time. And that's just up to me. It's not about the virus, it's not about the quarantine, it's that I said, I'm going to sit down. I have a moment, I have a little bit more time. And in that time, I'm going to sit down. And hopefully when all of this changes, I will have built a habit and I will sit down. Reverse. So we're getting old information. I don't have time and we're flushing it out of our joints and these points of flexion. So that new information and new choices can move through our bodies. And in a way, the more energy, the more effortless it can be. The breath changes. The meal changes. It is effortless to sit and share a meal. So much better than standing. But I had to flush the standing out of me. I had to flush the misconception of not enough time out of my system. So we go. We show up and we let the gesture move through us. And we're willing. 2. 1. Forgive me. And hands go up high. 3 sips in, lift your chin. Heart up, stay tall, chin down. Shake it. All of it. All of it. And into the legs. So letting the legs come out. Shake out your feet, shake out your knees. Bending your knees will help to get your heart up to start. That little arch of the back, a little bend in the elbows. This is a very powerful aspect of the spine when we have the seat. Really tip the pelvis, really pushed a little bit forward. Chest is broad, chin is in. Walk your feet out. See if you can keep the chest that way. Left knee in and straight. Right and straight. Inhale. Exhale. So perfect. So again, please keep it soft. We've got plenty of time. If we push in and then we have to run away from it, the running away doesn't just mean that we stop moving. Sometimes it means we leave our mat, it means we leave our practice, it means we distract ourselves. So instead, keep it simple and soft enough that you can stay engaged. And when you're ready, the heel rises. I keep finding that very naturally I exhale when my leg rises. The instruction classically is to inhale it up, exhale it down. I'm going to reverse it. And you get to choose. Our bodies can sometimes tell us exactly what we need to be doing. So just let your body speak for a moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out, hard out. Shake out your knees. And sitting tall. Get your strap. Your strap goes behind you. And it is hip distance apart. Heels are under your knees. Seat is right in the middle of the bolster. Hands back. Begin a little bit of a fold. And then inhale to rise. And then exhale to fold. And then inhale to rise. Exhale, folding. The hands start to rise up over the back. Now, there was a phenomenal group of women that Lauren had organized, and we were going to go to Mexico this week, and it didn't work out. But in its honor, I have worn my bikini underneath my practice clothes. I can't show you today, but I was thinking that I needed to show you tomorrow that we have a retreat with us right now. So honor it, my loves, in any way you choose. In your mind, mark this week in any way you choose, and I will meet you there. Didn't want to tell you on Easter Sunday there's a little bit of sacrilege creeping in there, but it's true. As you make space, your hands come closer if you choose, and otherwise keep it wide. Right? Keep it wide and keep it steady. For 2. And for 1. And sit up tall. Setting the strap down, hands on thighs, sitting tall. Feeling what you've made. Adjust your seat in any way. If it means you need to hop onto a chair, hop onto a chair. If it means you're uncrossing your legs, hands on thighs, fantastic. Hold your seat. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the thrum of that pulse through your body. Feel it begin to slow and to settle. Make your hands into fists, put your thumbs up. Put the heels of your hands to touch, your knuckles to touch, your thumb knuckles touch, thumbs pointed. Spine tall, heart high, chin in. Look at your knuckles. And then sweep your eyes closed. Your eyes are focused where the knuckles would be, your shoulders are soft. This meditation is to remove self-animosity, to remove self-criticism, self-judgment, any negative conversation that goes on within you. Let it out of your connective tissue as we breathe. Right? Let your posture shift and change. In through the nose, out the mouth, in the mouth like you are sipping tea, and out the nose, sitting tall. In the nose, Out the mouth, a soft sigh. Shoulders drop, shoulders down. In the mouth. Out the nose. In the nose, soften your face. Out the mouth, soften your body. In the mouth, rise tall. Out the nose, focus. In the nose. Out mouth. In mouth. Out nose. In nose. Out mouth. In mouth. Out nose. In nose. Continue that cycle, that pattern. Out mouth. On your own. In nose. Out mouth. In mouth. Out nose. In nose. Out mouth. In mouth. Out nose. Continue. 2 more rounds. Releasing your hands, releasing practice. Sitting tall. Totally quiet. Sitting here, another 2 minutes. Lying back, the legs unfold, feet loose, the limbs loose, the hands by your side. Let there be one or two larger, looser breaths. Softening the skin around your heart. Softening your lips. Letting your face open. We're not holding the expression of a moment ago or an hour ago or a day ago, but that the face is free for right now. An expression of the present. Without changing that open neutrality of right now, feel a smile behind it, inside of it. It's yours. It's not for the surface. Feel the buoyancy and the delicacy of a smile. And breathe it in. Feel it through your face and through your head. The eyes are soft, the lips are soft. Feel the sensation of a smile. Into the throat, into the chest, the arms, the back, the lungs, and the heart. The sensation of a smile. The freedom of the present moment. The abdomen soft. And into that abdomen, let your breathing become a little more full. Let your hands come overhead. Opening and closing the finger. Bring your palms together, walk your feet flat. Palms rub together, lift your feet, rub the soles of your feet. And hold your chin. Bring it up. So good. Roll your way to a simple seat, sweeping wide, rising tall. Inhale up. Palms together. Down the middle. Inhale up. How will you mark this week for yourself? Bring it down. Respecting the holiday weekend, we are now in our own time. Inhale up. Bring it together, bring it down. Thumbs to the center of your forehead. I am this. It is not a question. It's a declarative. I am this. Satnam. 8 count sat, 2 count nam. Inhale. Sat. Nam. Satnam. I see myself. Namaste. See you. Have a wonderful week. I'll be here Monday through Friday at noon. Tomorrow I'll show you my suit. Go well, my loves. Go well.